my name is Jana, and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode number 141. It's May. I can't believe but it's May. Today is 2nd of May, Friday. I'm here in my craft room. We will be talking about knitting, so welcome or welcome back. You can find me on Instagram as Kittoknits and on Ravelry as Kittoknits and on Ko-fi and Patreon as Finnish Knitting Stories. Let's begin. Did I mention it's May? May? Still shocked. Yeah, so we're having a day off. Wasn't planned, but yesterday was Labor Day, so whole country had a day off. And it's called Vappu in Finland. And kids are off school today as well. Not really sure why, but yeah, they don't have school. I think that the decisions were made, so I stayed at home as well. And my husband is now off as well. That's why I got the chance to record, because he took Sofia to store to get some construction stuff. We are renovating. We're almost done. Final touches of the little entryway. That's called tuulikappi, the wind closet. Has been painted, plastered, painted, and yeah, all the trims have been put in place, and now the finishing touches. Okay, let's go to knitting. Let's go to knitting. I do have one finished object. Surprisingly, I do have one. It's not fully dry. It's not fully dry because silly me left it on a towel overnight, and now I moved it onto a blocking mat. It's not attached. It's just yeah, it's Sofia's little Vaaka. I'll lift it up and then I'll put it back, because all the ribbing, wherever is ribbing, the button bands and all the ribbing, that's still quiet damp. I don't want to stretch it, I don't want to ruin it, but I did finish her little Vaaka. Here it is blocked. You can see the sleeves are pretty narrow. I knit size 10 years. These look so silly. They are so long and so narrow. But yeah, that's how the girl is. She's already quite long, but okay. So I finished. The whole thing weighs 120 grams only. So I have leftovers of both yarns. So I used merino singles and then mohair in between. The pattern is by Anna Johanna, Finnish knitwear designer. I don't know what else could I tell you. So 120 grams, yeah, needles according to the pattern, 4mm. I found buttons in my stash, because I couldn't find buttons in any of the local stores. So I just went through my stash and we settled on these vintage, there is a bit of shine on these vintage plastic buttons that go very nicely with, I think, with the color. They are not exactly same shade. They are a bit more sky blue than turquoise, that's here, but it doesn't really matter because they are like semi-transparent, and I think they like reflect the colors next to them and blend in pretty nicely. I think they are a good fit. My only modification is that I removed a couple of rows from the button band. Because first I knit one according to the pattern, and it felt too overwhelming for such a delicate little cardigan. Yeah, in the pattern the button band is much thicker, much thicker. So I took a few rows off, but I still could fit these bigger shiny buttons. She's very happy. Sophie is very happy with it. She can't wait. We tried it on before blocking. We haven't yet tried it on after blocking because it's damp. Okay, I'm stretching out the neck. I'll put it back to dry. But here it is. Here it is, her little unicorn cardigan. Zebra corn. No pictures yet because it's damp. I jumped right into finished objects because I was so excited that I have one. I have one this week that I forgot to mention what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my scrappy granny Hexagon cardigan. totally improvised. I think there are patterns for this out there, but mine was improvised. I just crocheted 2 hexes and then joined them together, and I have this very dramatic sleeve. Very dramatic sleeve, and I have granny squares on the back. Can you see them? I'm not sure what I'm showing you, but there are granny squares on the back joining these 2 panels together. Ooh, sorry. I have a blocking mat there on a little table that's now on the way of everything. So, yes. And chicken earrings. These are by Crazy Granny Designs from Finland. Dress for the job you want, right? I want to be a crazy chicken lady someday, so I'm dressing accordingly. Okay. So, whips, works in progress. I have a few I can show you. I'm so close with some of them. I'll start with, Alpine Bloom. I lost the yarn. In my Happy Summer project bag by Bertie and Poppet. One of my favorite bags. With chickens on it, of course. I have my Alpine Bloom by Caitlin Hunter in there. What's happening? Do you want to know what's happening? What is this? It's a sleeve. If you're not familiar with the pattern, I'll show you what I have here. Okay, here it is. I have 1 sleeve on. I have 1 sleeve done. I went for the lacy sleeve because you can just do ribbing, or you can go fancier and do the lace. So I'm right now working on the 2nd lace sleeve. And then you graft it to your sweater, to your tee. So I'll come closer, I'll show you. You need to knit it bottom up, that there would be this scalloped edging. Because if you just knit from here, I think it is possible, but it's much trickier. You can't really get that edging that easy. And actually now this matches with the neckline, where it's same lace and the scalloped edging. So fiddly, yes. Worth it, also yes, because I really like the finished look. And yeah, it was worth it. So I'm halfway through the second little lacy sleeve, and then when it's done I will attach it, and then it's ready. The yarn, the main one is my own hand-dyed Ket to Yarns linen merino in Wild Lavender, and the contrast is Chopel edition 3. So yeah, almost done. One teeny tiny sleeve left. So made progress on that. Very happy with myself. Next one again. Next one is a crochet, and I haven't worked a lot on it because at the beginning of the week I hurt my right hand at work, and I can knit, but I can't crochet a lot because my wrist starts to hurt. Something snapped, something stretched, I don't know. I'm kind of okay, I have most of the movements, but yeah, I'm taking it easy, trying to be gentle, letting it heal. But I did work, before that happened, I worked on my Lavender Fields jacket by Kira Carnevale, which is a crochet jacket, crochet cardigan made from little squares, and I have currently 45 of them. So 20, 20, and 5, and yeah, in the last couple of days I have made 2. All the ones before I made earlier. I made last weekend, and I think on Monday morning, and then I had to stop, or almost stop. Made 2, which is again better than nothing. That's what I always say, better than nothing. I haven't worked on my tablecloth at all because that goes straight to my wrist and causes fair bit of pain. But luckily my knitting is unaffected by it. So I will show you 2 more knit projects. I have my Boxy Raglan Cardi by Hohi Locatelli. I'm knitting it in Kit to Yarns Big Fluff in color Peony and color Frozen Watermelon. Here we are, finished the body and knitting the first sleeve. And it's just so good. It makes me ridiculously happy. It's just what I need for this summer. Very easy but bright and happy cardigan. Oh, I can't wait to get it finished. I will need to find the buttons for it, of course. I decided I want to put buttons on it because sometimes you want to button up. Summers in Finland are unpredictable. And yeah, like right now the weather is not great. I'll tell you more in Knit and Chat. But yeah, so I think I have made decent progress on this. Half sleeve and body is done, and the length, it's not cropped and it's not long. It's like good medium length. So working on it. And it's in my very, very, very happy bag by a knitter's suitcase. Daniela from Australia, she made this for me with silly animals because it's so good. And the dots match my stripes. Yeah, the sweater, the cardigan does not fit in the bag anymore, but I'm keeping my yarn in there. I'm too lazy to switch it to another bag. I decided, well, I'm gonna let it be. It's gonna be finished in no time anyway. So that one. And then I have a new cast on. Same bag that Sophia's cardigan was in, by Hobby Bags. Lovely, beautiful floral bag, and I have a new cast on in there. You probably know what it is. It's a test knit, the one I mentioned last year. And thank you so much for everyone who sent a message to Marit and wanted to test knit her beautiful Lingonberry Leaf Tee by Marit Weber. I'm test knitting it. It's not... I just started it, honestly, because I wanted to get something off my needles. I thought whichever I finish first, Sophia's cardigan or Alpine Bloom, whenever one is done, I can cast on the test knit. I dyed up the yarn for it because Marit used my yarn. She used my linen merino, and it was tricky to choose a color. I could not pick a color for it. And then I decided, no, what if I go with something light and pretty neutral, because I don't think I have a lot of summer tops in that, or tees in that configuration. It's a beautiful lace tee with short sleeves and circular lace yoke. It has little baubles on it. It has lace. The color I'm knitting probably looks familiar because it's same color as in my cardigan. It does look a bit different because it's on a different base. This is linen, base with linen. It has 20% linen and 80% non-superwash merino wool. And that's why it does look slightly different than on the chunky mohair. But same shade, and I was thinking I could wear them together, maybe. So yeah, I don't know, is it too pale for my complexion? Well, I don't care. I wanted it in this very neutral color to go with all the linen pants and skirts and everything that I have, and maybe even over dresses, maybe. We will see. But this is exciting. I'm really enjoying the process. It's an interesting lace. The lace was inspired by Estonian Haapsalu shawl. you know, the intricate white fluffy clouds. The traditional one looks like that. And yeah, I really like it. It has baubles. I'm usually on a fence about baubles, but these one I like because they are not fiddly baubles. They are probably fiddly if you have if you're a tight knitter. I'm a loose knitter, so these come really easy. I know other testers are using a hook to pull them through, and I'm just doing it with my knitting needle because once it paid out to be a loose knitter, you can do these baubles with ease. So yeah, I just started this lovely test knit. I should probably switch to a longer needle that I could show it next time properly. Now it's all bunched up on a short needle. But it looks nice. It looks promising. And I think I'm happy with my color choice. I have a friend who calls this color that the how she says, yeah, all granny underpants. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the color. Except this is a bit more pink than the traditional color of granny underpants, but I don't mind. I have a dress in almost same color. That's all right. That's all right. So yeah, those are all my projects, knit and crocheted ones for today. Yeah, I had a busy week, but luckily now we're having a long weekend. We're 4 days at home, which feels like a luxury once again. And been crafting and doing other things, and I've been knitting a bit, but when it's not raining, trying to spend time outside. Okay, before we go into knit and chat, I have a bit of happy mail. I have a bit of happy mail to show you. It's very exciting, and it has a long story attached to it because I'm upset with Finnish Post. Lovely Birgit sent me a package back in December. She sent me a package, and Finnish Post never delivered on a notification for me that it has arrived. They just didn't. I don't know, got lost in the mail probably, the little paper they sent out, and it never appeared in my app. So it went back to her. And then it got stuck for, I don't know, 3-4 months. It was going between Finland and Lithuania, and it wasn't returning back to her, and it wasn't stopping here. And she tried to stop it on her side, and I tried to stop it on this side by getting in contact with customer service, and I don't know, nobody could do anything. And we were losing hope that it would ever reach one of us. But then a miracle happened. It actually returned back to her, and she was very kind and sent it back to me again. And now I was like a hawk watching it. I had a tracking number and I was watching it. And by the way, still no notification. I got it, and there is no notice. It didn't come to me that it has arrived. But I put it myself in my tracking app, and then I could see that it's there. So I'll show you what was in there. What was in the beautiful, precious package. It's the best kind of gift. Do you know why? The one I enjoy the most. Because it socks. Do these look familiar? Do they remind you of something? Well, of course they do. I'm matchy. Oh, I love this so much. These made me so ridiculously happy because she sent me a picture of what was in the package, that there were socks, and I was heartbroken that they are lost somewhere in the world and they didn't come to me. But now they are here. I have them. They match my... This is the last year's Mystery Knit Along by Stephen West. And look, I'm so happy. And by the way, they fit perfection. So thank you so much, Birgit. I'm always wondering how... I think the socks I receive as gifts fit better than the ones I knit myself. I don't know. You people are magic out there. You know something I don't know. Again, I'm not a great sock knitter out of necessity, but oh, these are fantastic, and they are so over the top and so lovely, and just just can't keep smiling, can't stop smiling, can't keep smiling, can't stop smiling, because yeah. So how cool is that? Oh, you did so well. They are fantastic. There were a couple of other things as well. There were some chocolates, of course, in this lovely little tin that's gonna be holding probably my stitch markers. Fox themed stitch markers. I have a mini collection already. And then there were cards. There were lovely cards, of course. There was Christmas card because, you know, it was sent out in December. And little fox card for my collection. And little notepad. Oh, these are cute. I have a whole series of different things by this artist, and I just love them. They are fox themed, obviously. And then Sophia got a little blanket for her bunny house. It's already in the bunny house. I'll insert the footage somewhere. So thank you so much, Birgit, for this lovely happy mail, and I'm so relieved that it came here, that it wasn't lost forever, because I was really heartbroken about the socks. But now they are here, and I love them, and thank you so much. So yeah, let's go to knit and chat. What could we talk about? I could tell you about Vappu. That's the name for the Labor Day. That was yesterday, 1st of May, in Finland and many other countries as well. People celebrate Labor Day. In Finland, it's a free day and usually very big celebration. What do people do? People wear their graduation caps and dress silly and colorful and happy and go have picnics and Vappu parties. And Vappu has traditional treats, sweet treats, and there are balloons, of course. Kids love having balloons, and adults as well. And this year we were at home. I'm usually at the yarn event on 1st of May. I'm working on this day because, you know, when you're self-employed, it's not your holiday. It's not your holiday. But this year we were at home, and it was very, very nice and different, and we had an easygoing day. I prepared all the treats in advance. I decided to have a homemade Vappu. So we made everything from scratch. So traditional Vappu drink is called sima. It's a type of mead. I learned a new word. Which is mead. It's a fermented drink. I try to make it non-alcoholic. We measure that it's not boozy, that the kids could have a bit if they want. Bruno doesn't like it, but Sophia likes a bit. So it's fermented lemonade almost. Like it has sugar, yeast, and lemon. And there are a lot of variations, and I did a traditional one this year. Didn't feel like experimenting, so yeah. So I made that. I already made it last week, that it would be ready for Vappu. Then we did monkey. Monkey it's like a donut. The most popular one are just sugar coated. I don't like the deep fried ones, so I made a batch in the oven. They turned out great. And then we made the toffee coating, and kids decorated their own with sprinkles. And yeah, my husband doesn't like sprinkles, so we left a couple of plain ones for him. So yeah, we did that. And then of course there is this thing called tippaleipä, which is just deep fried dough string. It's like a funnel cake. I think it's comparable. It is like a funnel cake. So that one we also made at home, because store-bought ones are usually very greasy, or actually they're very expensive for what it is. I don't know why a little box of 2 pieces. If they are decent quality, they cost like almost €5 of 2 deep fried dough balls. So we made that at home as well. And then we were outside for a bit. The weather is not great. It's raining. It's raining here and there. And then when we had dry moments, when we were outside, we were actually cleaning the yard a bit and grilling some food. And we were probably the only house in the neighborhood that didn't had a wild drinking party, because you know. You're all tired and you have kids, and yeah, and it's not something we're interested in. But all the other neighbors were having fun. They were loud, but that's all right. We had our own kind of fun, and we made some food. We were out with the dogs. Cleaned a bit in the backyard. Kids jumped on a trampoline. So very, very simple fun. And couldn't really have a picnic because the ground was wet and cold because it was raining from time to time. And last year I remember the weather was very nice. It was definitely at least 20 degrees because I was wearing short sleeve dress. Well, this year it's like 5 degrees Celsius, so we were wearing coats. I hope it gets warmer. I really hope so. So no spring yet, no gardening yet, but then again, it gives me more time for knitting, because once the gardening season starts, I'm gonna be out there and there will be way less knitting time. So yeah, that was our knit and chat. I don't think I have anything else for today. We don't have any major plans for the rest of this long weekend. I already cleaned the house in the morning, so no need to do that. Just fixing corners and some crafting, knitting, being outside if the weather permits. Hopefully it's not looking great. They promised rain for the night, and I'm trying to dig flower bed next to the house, because last year we moved evergreens from there. In autumn we moved them to a shadier place because it's a sunny spot, and they weren't liking it there, and I'm now trying to redo that flower bed, put new edging. It's a lot of digging and hard work, and I want to put there some beautiful flowers for in front of the house. Some that really enjoy sunshine. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go now, and I'm wishing you a lovely weekend and week ahead, and take care. Stay safe, stay sane. Laugh a lot, do something nice for yourself, and I will see you next week. Heippa!